Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with a video going over the new iPhone. So yeah, we've been hearing about a new iPhone ever since the iPhone 4S came out. However, now that we're getting fairly close to the launch, we got a lot of new information, so let's just jump right on in. The biggest feature on the new iPhone is going to be a 4-inch display. Now, as I'm sure most of you guys know, the current iPhone 4S has the exact same 3.5-inch size display as the original iPhone from 2007. Now, back in 2007, a 3.5-inch display was pretty massive. These days, 4.7 inches is pretty much becoming the norm, and a lot of phones are even over 5 inches. According to 9to5Mac, the next iPhone will have a 3.95-inch display with a resolution of 1136 by 640. Now, that's a very weird resolution and kind of a weird screen size, but it actually does make a lot of sense. If you do the math, what this equates to is an extra row of icons. So basically this would be the exact same width screen. All it would be is they would be adding a little bit to the top to make it a little bit taller. So for example, the aspect ratio would be a little bit more like 16 by 9, aka widescreen what you're watching here on YouTube right now. It also have the same pixel density and width, meaning that any app that is currently working on the iPhone will easily be able to be brought over with just a little bit of letterboxing. iOS 6 is also going to be designed for the new iPhone, with an additional row of icons on the very top of the screen, as well as some various different tweaks as far as making the different applications better work with the larger display. The hardware of the iPhone is also likely going to be totally redesigned. So there are all kinds of different rumors and speculation on what it could look like. So some people have said it's going to look like the MacBook Air and kind of have a taper. Others say it's going to be all curved and all kinds of stuff. Honestly, I'm not really going to take a lot of speculation on what exactly it's going to look like. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit thinner, and I definitely do believe that it will be totally different from our current iPhone. But beyond that, who knows? Internally, I expect it to come with an Apple A6 dual-core processor. And while quad-core is definitely an option, I really don't see this happening. For one, most iOS apps barely take advantage of 2 cores, much less 4. And on top of that, there are actually some really awesome dual-core parts right now, such as what you find in the AT&T version of the HTC One X, which I just reviewed. So internally, I expect it to be very similar, probably going to be clocked around 1.5 GHz. It'll also be packed with a nice GPU and a full gigabyte of RAM. I think LTE is definitely going to be a given on the new iPhone. So pretty much all carriers around the world right now are either working on their LTE network or at least have it one planned in the future. And since, of course, LTE gives you some awesome speeds, I would be extremely surprised if we do not see LTE on the new iPhone. I wouldn't be surprised to see the new iPhone come with the same 8 megapixel camera from the iPhone 4S. Well, there are definitely some better cameras coming with 10 and 12 megapixels and wider apertures, but overall I still think the iPhone 4S has one of the best cameras out there. And while they may tweak it a little bit for the new iPhone, overall I wouldn't expect any major changes here. It would also be nice if Apple improves the front-facing camera of the iPhone. Now, sure, the current FaceTime VGA camera is not terrible. It wouldn't be so bad to get a 1.3 megapixel camera, maybe with like 720p video. I mean, come on, it would cost like an extra 50 cents. I'll pay an extra 50 cents. Like, if you charge me $200.50 for the upgraded front-facing camera, I will pay that, Apple. So, or you can just not charge me the extra 50 cents. That's okay too. The new iPhone will most likely come out in September or October. So of course the iPhone 4S was announced last October, and I think that time frame is kind of the new yearly tradition where Apple is going to release a new iPhone. Also, you guys have probably heard me say the name, the new iPhone, quite a few times during this video. It's not just because it's some random placeholder name, that's actually what I expect it will be called. Of course, with the new iPad, which, I still call it the iPad 3, but Apple officially calls it the new iPad, and I wouldn't be pretty surprised if they do not call the new iPhone the new iPhone. See how that works? Anyway, guys, I'm very curious to know, what do you think about the new iPhone? I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to have some great opinions on whether you think it's amazing or terrible, because I don't think anything can be in the middle. It's got to be amazing or terrible. Anyway, guys, if you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you're interested in seeing the bloopers of this video, and let me tell you, there's a lot of good bloopers, definitely be sure to hit up on the annotation on the screen right now. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more videos like this, be sure to subscribe.